Well, I'm happy to say I can't quite remember when I used to look through them, but this is an old stereopticon type thing that you see here. It was a bit of a long time ago that people used them, but today we're going to tell you an up-to-date story of an old familiar tale, one which we discovered when we first began telling you about the modern version of the stereopticon. And you know what that was, the Viewmaster. It starts with the charming and delightful characters that make up these fairy tales. Characters like Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and then little Alice in Wonderland over here, and the Queen and the Cheshire Cat and the White Rabbit, and Aladdin, and beyond Aladdin, Rumpelstiltskin. And then behind them all is the person who created the idea for their presentation in a new form, Miss Florence Thomas of Portland, Oregon. Hello, Mrs. Thomas.
How do you do, Arlene?
Miss Thomas, I mean. Miss Thomas, you know, has studied sculpturing both here and abroad and has really captured the delicate and genuine spirit of these ancient tales in terms which make them come almost alive to us. I wonder who your favorite character is, Miss Thomas.
Usually it's the one that is just in the future.
I see. Your enthusiasm is for the next one.
But of all of them, I believe I like Alice in Wonderland the best.
I guess most children love Alice in Wonderland the best, too, Miss Thomas, don't they?
Also adults, I think.
Yes. As many of you know, each story that Miss Thomas creates must be made up of scenes. Do you want to tell us something about how these scenes are worked out in 3-dimension? How do you go about planning them?
We first, after we pick the story, we have to pick out 7 scenes that will best tell the tale. And that's rather difficult.
Oh, that's for the 7 pictures on the little packet.
One usually wants 8 or 10 of pictures.
Yes, of course.
And then one must decide what type of figures they will be, what type of clothing, what type of architecture.
I suppose you have to do a lot of research, too, for all of that, don't you?
Yes, a great deal of that.
It isn't enough just to read the story. You have to go back and find out all about the costuming of the period and so forth.
Yes, or invent a period for them.
That's even more fun, isn't it, the inventing part? Well, Rumpelstiltskin is an old favorite of mine and my little boy Peter's, and I would like to tell the story to our audience as we pretend to look through a Viewmaster at the very scenes that you have been talking about. 7 scenes. There was once a poor miller who had but one daughter. She was neither beautiful nor ugly. One day, they had an audience with the king. The miller, in order to appear more important in the king's eyes, told him that his daughter could spin gold out of straw. "That is an art that pleases me exceedingly," replied the king. "If your daughter is as clever as you say, let me put her to the proof." So the king led the girl into a room half full of straw. Giving her a spinning wheel and a spindle, he said, "Now, set to work. If all the straw is not spun into gold by morning, you shall die." And then he locked her in. Well, the poor miller's daughter sat down amidst the straw. She had no notion in the world how to set to work spinning gold from straw, and all she could do was weep bitterly. Then, all at once, a little man appeared before her.
"Good evening, miller's daughter," he said. "Why are you crying?"
"I must spin gold out of straw," she replied, "and I don't even know how to begin."
"What will you give me if I spin it for you?"
asked the strange little man. "The ring from my finger," she said. The little man took the ring, seated himself at the wheel, and whir, whir, whir. 3 times round, and the bobbin was full. He went on until morning, and when all the straw had been spun and all the bobbins were full of gold, he was finished. Later, the king took the miller's daughter to a larger room full of straw, and he demanded that she do the same with this, and said that she would become queen if she did. And when the little man appeared again, he said,
I will do this only if you give me the first child you have when you are queen.
and doubtful if she would have a child, she promised him this. But a year later, a prince was born to the new queen, and she had almost forgotten the little man. But he didn't forget. He entered the room and he said,
Give me the child as you promised.
and she began to sob and cry so bitterly that the little man felt sorry for her.
I will give you 3 days to guess my name, he said. If you speak it before that time, you may keep your child.
The queen wrote down every name she ever knew and read him the next day the entire list, beginning Casper, Melchior, Belshazzar. But after each name, the man said,
That is not my name.
The queen even thought of roast ribs and crooked shanks or spindle shanks, without any luck. But the third day, a messenger returned and said, I saw a little house in the woods and a little man dancing around a fire, hopping on one leg, singing, Tomorrow I brew, today I bake, and then the child away I'll take. For my little dreams, 4 little deems, my royal dame, that Rumpelstiltskin is my name. Then, when the little man walked in, the queen said, Are you Conrad?
That is not my name,
He answered. Are you Harry?
No, he answered.
Then perhaps your name is Rumpelstiltskin. Oh, the little man was furious.
Some demon told you that,
He cried. And in anger he stamped his foot so hard that it went through the floor. And then he seized his right foot with both hands in such a fury that he split in 2. Oh, that was the end of him.
And that is the story of Rumpelstiltskin.
Very beautifully told.
Oh, I'm not very good at all those voices, but you certainly created it beautifully, Miss
Thank
Florence
you.
Thomas, for Viewmaster. A new idea in the storytelling of our fairy tales. Thank you so much for being with us. Uh-oh. What is
I'd
that?
like to present this to you as a memory of the happiness we had with your visit to Portland.
How absolutely wonderful. Well, I'm no fairy tale either. And there's my diamond
I think you are.
heart. It's just lovely. This is all for me.
That is for you.
Well, I don't need a reminder of the lovely time we all had in Portland, Maine, Portland, Oregon, rather, Miss
Please.
Thomas. But if I had to have any reminder, this is a very nice one. Thank you for being with us this morning and bringing your lovely figures here.
It was a pleasure.
And so Santa hitched Rudolph at the head of the reindeer team, and he climbed right onto a load of toys and called out, Up, Rudolph, up, Dancer and Prancer. All right, now click the picture now. Whoo! How about that? Look what happens next. Oh, I tell you, everything looks so real in these Viewmaster 3-dimension pictures. It's like being in the story myself, actually. And there are 7 full-color, come-to-life pictures on each reel. And they all tell a marvelous story for the children. Also for the adult. And it is so easy to operate it. You just slip the film in like that, the reel, and all the way in, and then you click it like that to change the picture. Couldn't be simpler. And any youngster in the world has just hours and hours of thrilling fun with Viewmaster. Children especially love the stories, the adventures that come in new 3-reel packets. And here is the one that we have been looking at, Rudolph Shines Again. And, of course, there are so many favorites. Here's another one, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. A come-to-life picture story about Snow White and the witch and all those adorable little dwarfs. And these are 3-reel packets with 21 pictures, and they cost just $1. And, of course, the handsome viewer. This is $2. It's an awful lot of fun for very little money. Viewmaster really is an economical gift. It's ideal for almost everyone on your gift list. And you will find the Viewmaster gifts at drugstores and department stores and camera shops and gift shops, almost everywhere. They're easy to buy, and they really are thrilling to get. So for Christmas, it's Viewmaster, the perfect family gift.